Well, Ange, congratulations. What does it mean to be appointed captain of the Fremantle Football Club?
Thank you. I'm extremely honoured and extremely excited. It was a big moment, obviously, for myself and for the group as well. We've got a very exciting leadership group, and we're all looking forward to really getting stuck in now. But yeah, it's a really significant moment for myself and hopefully for the club, like there is when there's any change.
How are you going to handle being first year as captain when you won't be playing?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, probably the similar way that I was going to handle it, anyways. But I think one thing I've learned over the last few weeks is the most important thing is how you show up, regardless of your own circumstances. And this role is going to be really unique this year. It's going to be something that not many have really explored before. But I have so much faith in not only our leadership group and being supported by them, but our group as a whole. We've got a fantastic list, and whether you're the first player or the 32nd on the list, like we know what our roles are. And yeah, again, we're excited to see everyone really charge into this season.
Not taking away from your leadership abilities, but of course it's probably going to be a difficult moment for Hayley Miller, who is the captain that is no longer their vice captain. Have you touched base with Hayley and how is she doing?
Of course, Hayley's an exceptional person and player, and we know what to expect from Hayley. She's still going to be that exceptional person and player and leader for our club. And Hayley's thrown her support behind myself and the leadership group, and she's going to be playing a significant role for our group moving forward this year. It is going to be a change, and we'll navigate that change as best we can throughout the year. But again, it comes back to what's going to be right for the team and what's best. And as we ask of every player on our team, we know Hayley's already shown up with great support for us, and I'm really excited to see Hayley in her role this year. And I know, as has previous years, we've worked really well together, and I can't wait to keep doing that with her alongside me.
Have you explored at all the option of having her as a co-captain and you two co-captain, given that you will be off the field this year?
Yeah, look, I think myself and the whole group really put our trust in the process of the club, and this is the structure that they've gone with. And I think we're really back in that decision. And I know it's such an exciting time for Hayley, Anya, and Pewee, who all in their own rights have done so much work over the last few years and few seasons to really earn those positions as well. So yeah, it's going to look a little bit different, but I think it's again a really exciting opportunity for us to do something a bit different at this footy club. And I know how it'll play out. And yeah, all I can say is we're looking forward to what it's going to look like.
Was there an element of surprise for you, Ange, when you found out?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, there absolutely was. I think my circumstances personally put things into perspective a little bit. Again, you can only focus on what you can control, and I made that decision as soon as, well, almost day one after op of how I wanted to show up for the group, and that's how I'll continue to show up. Title or not, you don't really want to change too much. And it's the same thing that we'd ask from everyone on our list is regardless of your own circumstances, you're still in control of how you show up for the group, and we want to do what's best for the group.
How is the body and the rehab tracking?
Really good, thank you. It's it feels slow because we're so used to it being really fast paced around here. But no, it's going quite well. Flexion, extensions getting there, all of those things. But one more week on the crutches, then we can ditch them and we'll be able to give everyone high fives and hugs again a bit more normally as well.
You've got Ash Brazel in the leadership group as well, and Emma O'Driscoll. What do you think they can bring to the group and the club?
I'm so excited about these two new faces in the leadership group, as is the whole team. We know, again, they've got the support and the backing of the entire group. And Driscoll's someone who has been at the club from the very start of her career, and we've seen some significant growth in her as a player and person on and off the ground. She's one of those people that you know exactly what you're going to get from her, whether that's walking into the club for training or out on game day. And she's the type of person that people can, jump on her back and charge just like she does, hopefully. And Ash Braz is, again, such a wise head and a level head for our group. And already the impact that she's been able to have on our group is a pretty significant one, obviously, her being voted in first year at Freo. Yeah, and she's also just got the bigger view. She sees the bigger picture. So I think for me personally, I can't wait to learn off both of them moving forward this season.
I know it's early, but if you had discussions around the actual logistics of it all and what your role might look like on game days during the week?
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty unique one with the circumstances, but already in speaking to Webby and JB at the club, I'll be travelling with the group. I'll be there on game day on the sideline, and how that role looks will no doubt evolve with what the group needs as well. I want it to be purposeful, and we want to have intent in any role that we're playing. So yeah, that'll evolve and we'll work out the details of that one. But again, I'm just looking forward to be able to contribute to the team in any way that I can to make sure that we see success this year.
What was the process? Can you talk us inside? Was there a player vote?
Yeah. So we did our player vote last Thursday off the back of we had a really, really fun pre-season camp with the group, and I guess we're able to connect and go through what it was that we were looking for in our leadership group. And so we did our player vote Thursday, announced yesterday. So it's been a pretty big whirlwind. But yeah, it's one that we all have a lot of faith in the process that the club's been through and had conversations, and we can now move forward and get really excited to launch into the season.
So how did you sort of find out? Was it Webby and Joel or whoever pulling you into a room and sort of talking you through it? Or?
Yeah, it was actually Claire and Lisa came over to my house, and they broke the news to me. They were trying to be very discreet when they first walked in, and I'm not going to lie, I was feeling a little weird. So I think they sat down and I said, "Guys, what are we here for?" Almost like spit it out. I'm an anxious wreck, but yeah, they broke the news, and it was a nice moment to be able to share with those two, because I have so much respect for them, and I know the group do, and the decisions that they make we trust and respect. And I think the whole process was really considered and diligent. So with that said, now we can put that aside and just go about our business like we're going to for the rest of the year.
What can it do for your sort of motivation in rehab? Even though, like you said, you wanted to be there, you wanted to be around the group for the whole season, but does it give anything extra to that with this new role?
Look, I think yes and no. Again, you choose to show up regardless of what your role looks like for the team, and that's going to align with the team values. Me personally, I've had to come to terms with what this means for my season, but it certainly doesn't mean much different for anyone else on the list in terms of what we each can bring. I think if anything, it does add a little bit more motivation to make sure that I am able to get out there and run out alongside the girls next year. But in terms of how I show up around the club, I made a conscious choice of how I was going to do that when this first happened, and that doesn't change.
Was there any hesitation for you, or were you ready to jump right into it?
I wouldn't say hesitation, but I think I'm probably fully yet to be comfortable with the idea that I won't be able to contribute physically on the field. But in terms of excitement and feeling prepared to step into this role, I'm absolutely really excited and ready to do that and get my hands dirty in any way that I can for the group. Obviously, I've been vice captain for the last few years, and guided and shaped by not only Hayley but Juddy and leaders that have come before me. And I've been fortunate with the group that we've had over my time being here at the club that they've helped prepare me for this role. And no doubt I'm going to have times of doubt, because that's completely normal. But I think being able to rely and lean on the people around me and our broader group is something that's really important. And our connection as a group is really important for us. So I have no doubt that will keep me in good stead.
Have you had the time to sit down with Hayley sort of one-on-one and talk about what the season looks like for her as well as vice captain on field?
Not just yet for one-on-one sit down, but we did catch up yesterday, and again, Hayley's thrown her support behind us, and I will absolutely be doing that, as I will with all of our leaders. Hayley's a very special person for our group, and again, she's a great human, a great player, and we know what Hayley's going to bring for our group, and I can't wait to see her have an absolutely cracking year.